Proklamasi. Kami, bangsa Indonesia, dengan ini menyatakan kemerdekaan Indonesia. Hal-hal yang mengenai pemindahan kekuasaan dan lain-lain diselenggarakan dengan cara saksama dan dalam tempo yang sesingkat-singkatnya. Jakarta, 17 Agustus 1945, atas nama bangsa Indonesia, Soekarno, Hatta.
Proclamation Day on August 17, 1945 became a symbol of the independence of the Republic of Indonesia. It is not surprising that at the celebration of Indonesian Independence Day, Sukarno's recorded voice while reading the text of the proclamation was often echoed. Behind Sukarno's recording playing at the occasion moment, it turns out that there is a spirit story in it. In fact, Sukarno's iconic voice was not recorded in real time or when Indonesia declared its independence on August 17, 1945. According to historical records, the recording of the reading of the text of the proclamation that is often heard today is a re-recording made at the end of 1951, to be precise, 6 years after Indonesia's independence. According to Bolli Sabon Max in the book Get to Know Indonesia, the sound was recorded at one of the Radio Republik Indonesia RRI studios, which is located at Jalan Medan Merdeka Barat, 465 Central Jakarta. This re-recording was realized on the initiative of one of RRI's founders, Yusuf Pronodipuro. The recording is the only authentic audio document about reading the text of the proclamation, said the statement in the book. Another search in the book, Conflict Behind the Proclamation, written by S.C. Sularto and Dorothy Rini Yunarti, added that the sound recording process was Yusuf effort. He came to Soekarno and urged him to reread the text of the proclamation. At first, Bung Karno rejected the proposal because he assumed that the text of the proclamation could only be read once on the day of proclamation and not be repeated. However, Yusuf, who insisted in his position, said otherwise. This is actually done for the sake of history, especially for the younger generation. Yusuf Pronodipuro persuaded Karno to make recording, which was initially rejected. The text of the proclamation was only once and was not be repeated, said Bung Karno, as quoted from Asroman Adam and Cassius Frederick Heldrick Abercourt in The 24 Awakening. Until finally, the master recording was sent to Lokananta to be duplicated and distributed throughout Indonesia. In Investigate a Collaboration, Sukarno's dashing voice when reading the script on the day of proclamation could not be recorded immediately on the spot. The reason is that Rian Solmadi Wijoyo in the book Bung Karno Sang Singapodium said that there were problems with the power outage, so that the script even failed to be materialized in the form of audio recording in real time. When the text of the proclamation was read by Bung Karno at that time, no one was recording audio or video. There was only photo documentation, the book wrote. Plus, the equipment available was only sober when the text of the proclamation was read. Yusuf Pronodipuro himself admitted that Sukarno's iconic voice was not recorded because his recording equipment was not in a good condition. The photo documentation during the proclamation of independence was immortalized by Franz Sumarto Mendon. Franz also hid the historical photos negatives near a tree at backyard of the Asia Raya Daily Office. There were only 3 moments that Franz managed to capture. The 3 were, namely, when Bung Karno read out the text of the proclamation, the raising of the heritage flag, and the atmosphere of the youth were present when the flag was raised. Unfortunately, the negative photos of history even on the day of the proclamation can no longer be found. Srian Somwadi Wijoyo assumed that the negatives of the photo were also destroyed along with the documentation belonging to the Antara News Agency, which was burned during the 1965 incident. Happy Independence Day for my country Indonesia, Nusantara Baru, Indonesia Maju, Merdeka.